I'm 890. I hope you can hear me. I'll be playing Submachine Legacy, which is a remake of a bunch of old Flash games, point-and-click games, with a very cool setting. The original liminal space is from 2005. It's there will be a lot of moving around through these square-shaped rooms. Maybe I'll just show you these kinds of square-shaped rooms. You can move around with the arrow keys, left, right, up and down, so it's very... it gets really fast at some points, and there's a lot of precision movement with the mouse. So I will start by deleting all saves, and we'll be doing the any % speedrun from 1 to 10 without any breaks. And yeah, let's start in 3, 2, 1, go. So this is just an introductory section added in this remake, and we'll soon move on to the first chapter, which is the basement. Here we're going to have a code O, and upside down C, and 24, 8224, 8224, O, upside down C, and this. Yep. There we go. A lot of animations you can speed up by moving in and out of the room, so you'll see me do that a lot. And here we're just gathering these 4 pieces of the tile code and putting them into this magical contraption. Sometimes the animations allow you to move in and out of rooms, and then we do that and it really speeds things up, and sometimes it just doesn't. So now we'll move on to the lighthouse. So we'll use this crystal and this gear to open up these. What am I doing? Ladders, C equals 3, that will be important later. Okay. I should focus more on gameplay and less on commentary, probably. Oh, key. And grab this. This sewer maze gets confusing when you play it for the first time, but it's really straightforward. I'm gonna use this lever, then diagonal. I don't have names for these symbols, unfortunately. I just have to remember them. A diagonal, then a 1 without this. Yes, okay, there we go. Got the light bulb. Now we're just gonna grab this key, move over here to the dig out, grab this fuse, and then we're going to do a really cool thing. We're going to look into a camera and grab an item from a photo, because that makes sense. This game has a lot of really cool supernatural kind of lore. 729. 729 times 9 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so there you just have to calculate E equals mc squared. So we knew that C equals 3 from before, and there we got the value of m. Now we put in these 2 coils. And we're doing all of this to activate this teleporter at the top of the lighthouse, because the lighthouse is buried underground, because that makes sense. And then we move on to this magical dimension of the loop, which has... what am I doing? What am I doing? I need to focus. Okay, 6 cranks. This is my least favorite chapter, definitely. It's just a bunch of puzzles in this abstract location, but it's okay. 1, 4, 4, 1. And yeah, I definitely recommend playing this game in a more leisurely fashion. But I found it's actually really fun to 5, 1, 9, 1. 5, 1, 9, 1, yes. 5, 1, jeez, I'm fumbling so bad. 5, 1, 9, 1, 5, 1. 3. There's 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now we're doing letters. Yeah, so this location has, as you can see in the top left, it has this coordinate system based on maths, like Cartesian coordinates. Okay, this is a toughie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2 are that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2. This is definitely the worst room. Now 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Oh, wait. What am I doing? Okay. Now it's the eggs. I'm sorry for my bad commentary. This will get better soon as I leave this horrific chapter. 162. I am not the developer. What am I doing? 2, 5, 3. 2, 5, 3, and then 5, 1, 3. 5, 1, 3. Sorry. And now, oh, now we copy over this. Yeah, I should not look at chat. Okay, finally, we find the leaf, and we teleport out of here. No, I have not made such a huge game. If you're wondering, together with all the extra bonus chapters that are not in the any percent run, there's apparently 1,900 unique rooms, something like that. Yeah, I have not made that much. Yeah, so now we ended up in the lab. Why am I going here? And we're soon going to come across our first coordinate teleporter. There's a lot of, as I said, cool metaphysics, teleportation, multiple dimensions, you know, layers of reality and that kind of thing. Weird machines. Okay. We're just gonna brew a little chemical mixture here with soap and this. And the cool thing is, yeah, the animations don't even play out fully. That's how fast we are. Okay, use the key here. Pour in our juice. I realize now this is not particularly a good game to commentate because things happen so fast and there's so many things to talk about. And things don't really make sense all the time. Okay. Like that. Use these keys. Yeah, it's almost like I'm speedrunning, you know? Here and then here. This is like a micro version of that loop we came across before. Okay, 551. Normally you'd learn these numbers, of course, in various notes throughout the game, but because they never change, you can just memorize them. 5 to 7. There you go. And now we are in the basement again. And just recently I learned that you can move in and out of rooms to speed up this animation slightly. The one where you put in the coil. Not that it'll make any difference with how much I'm fumbling today, but oh well. Okay, and finally move on to the ship, where we will get our golden arm. Right. Insert the turbine. Okay, and now this long animation can be skipped. And now we move to 4, 5, 2. Yes. And here we have a golden statue, and it will teleport us somewhere else. Because of course it does. And we end up in this living complex, which is where we work now, I think. We were hired, and this is our first task, to retrieve some energy crystals. I'm not really sure about the flow of time between chapters. I don't think anyone is. Apparently there's time travel later on or something. So that's cool. This is my favorite chapter, by the way, just based on aesthetics and sound design. Yeah, and here this teleporter teleports us to different places based on which of these rusty keys we have inserted in which places. So there's a total of 6 locations we have, based on the combinations we put in. Okay, now 1, 2. Yes. So now we'll have 1, 3, 2. 1, 3, 2. Wait. Okay. Now we can insert. We can throw this box into acid and retrieve our first crystal. I think. Yes, first. And also insert the coil. And move on to this room. Yes. Where now the coil shows us O/Tengwar. And also we exploded this wall. What am I doing? 2, 1. O/Tengwar. And now we have magical levitating blocks, because why not? And now we have our 3 crystals, so we can come back. And we go to 7 for 7, and we insert these crystals into this transporter thing. And we move on to of the subnet. Ooh. Skip some cutscenes. This is the most cutscene heavy chapter by far. It's kind of like a... what am I doing? Kind of like a halfway point. Obviously 6 out of 10. Although they do get a lot longer from here on out. Which only makes sense. Right. And this is kind of like the brain of the place we're in, because yeah, the place we're in is alive, obviously. It's not only supernatural and physics defying, but also alive. And here we're going to do a really cool skip where we move out of that room before the animation finishes, because normally you rotate one of those cranks and the other one turns twice, so it's... and I fumbled. And it takes a longer time to to move to the room you want to be in. But there we can just leave. And it's faster. Okay, now we're going to use this magical time machine to transport to the future, take that thing out of the box, move back to the present, and it's outside. Cool. Okay. And now we're going to be hacking by inserting our consciousness into this machine. Who knew hacking is as simple as changing ones to zeros? And moving boxes around in a glowy space. Yeah, so what we're doing here is disabling the defense systems of the submachine, so that I guess the other explorers can infiltrate it or something. Yeah, some more hacking. Okay, now we have a long unskippable cutscene. Maybe I'll think of something smart to talk about. We'll see. Yeah, so this guy, Murtaugh, is kind of like the leader of the expedition. The first person, I think, I'm not sure if he's the first person to enter this, but he's like our protagonist in the story. Not in the story. We are not Mur. We are some random explorer. But he's like the main character that we are supposed to care about or something. I think. Yeah, and here he kind of betrays us, I think. But it's really hard to determine what's actually happening in the story. Which is, I don't know. I guess that's cool. It's open to interpretation, let's put it that way. Yeah, and now we have these magical barriers, which we can sometimes go through and sometimes not. Whatever, they only appear like once in the whole game. Twice. I'm going to hit this gong and that will make this structure become whole again. And now we put in the rhombus. Yeah, this place is nice and glitchy and it allows you to open and close your inventory at once. That's nice. Now this chapter has one of the most complex puzzles. I'm not supposed to go there yet, but whatever. One of the most complex puzzles in the game. Thankfully, a lot of information doesn't change between runs, so you can learn how to solve it on the fly. Yeah, we just need this piece of code here. And we need to go here to grab this. Oh yeah, go ahead and support me. Although speedrunning is just something I do in my spare time for fun. I'm not a streamer or anything. I mostly make games. And currently I had a bit of a break in game making recently. And I forgot to grab this. Mostly because I want to make games that are actually worth something. Okay. T-H-A-Y-O. T-H-A-Y-O. Oh, yes, okay. So these symbols are present in different areas that you visit earlier. The symbols don't change, and the places on the map where those places are don't change. Only the numbers on that little sheet of paper change. So I have a method that allows me to quickly solve that puzzle. Maybe I should have taken more care to explain it, actually, instead of talking about my game development career. Okay, and now this is the cool part where we discover layers of reality. So now we're in layer 2, now we move over here, move back to layer 1, and we're in a different place that we couldn't go to before. Because there's a wall in the way. Now we can move here, and layer 1, and we're outside of that ship. And now we move up here, and we're on top of the building. So that's cool. And now we unlock layer 3. So put in the gear. So we rotate this, and that will rotate it here as well, because why not? Circle dot equals plus. Put in the cube. And we unlock layer 4. Grab that drawer handle. Grab the mirror. Flush. Grab this code. Grab this cable. And now we unlock a new physical location that we couldn't have gone to before, because it's underground. But since here it's not, we can go there, and it's fun and games for the whole family. Okay, now we go up here to unlock layer 6. Put in the mirror, put in the pyramid, magical pyramid for magical light beams. Okay, yes. Now we're going to close this door, because on the other side of it is, hold on, is a code. Now we switch to layer 4, and in layer 4 we push that, go back here, open up the door, there we go. So grab these. And now we pushed all of these, we unlock our battery, car battery, and we can build our last transporter. Now we go to layer 7, and I need to know, okay, so all of them are halfway. Yeah, so these levers will need to be pushed. Now this code, up, left, left, except it's upside down, because of course nothing is as simple. Go back to layer 7, insert this stone. Cool. Okay, now back to this. 4 and 5 are all the way. The rest are halfway. Oh, wait. I'm a moron. 4. The rest are halfway. Okay, is that all of them? I think that's all of them. Yes. Okay. And we've done it. Okay, now we move on to the temple. Chapter 9. This is a cool place because, I mean, I don't like this chapter either, but it's cool in concept. Because you have different layers, but only very few things change between layers. Not here. And also we have karmic water. Because more magic is always good. And we move on to the pyramid. There are 10 chapters in the canonical series, shall we say. And then there are also 4 bonus chapters, of which the 4th is 15 minutes long for a speedrunner. And like multiple hours for a casual. It's like a million different locations. I really like playing through that one, but that's only for 100% runs. Now here we go to 4. Yeah, so as you can see, I'm switching layers here and they only make some things change. I need to grab that tile piece, this tile piece, and this jadeite tablet. Yes, make sure to grab that. Now we need to go here. To go up here and grab this other random ball. Masculine sarcophagus ornament. That's what it's called officially. So this is the temple dedicated to Murtaugh and his female companion. I don't know. I don't even know if she's a wife or sister or something. Elizabeth. And they're worshipped like deities in here apparently. I don't even know what for. What they did in particular. And now we move on to layer 4, and layer 2, and layer 6, and we'll grab this valve. Okay. And now we can go down here. And there's a huge statue of, I think it's Shiva, which is meant to be a god or something. And now we go back to this transporter unit we were in before. And now it's all destroyed because of time passing, I think. And there's not much certainty in this game. There's a lot of vibes, you know. Okay, and the final chapter, as you can imagine, the longest, where we will exit the submachine back into that desert we were in before. Well, don't worry, this last chapter is, as I said, quite long. As you will see, hopefully, by just the number of places we go to. So this is our central hub, kind of. We will have a teleporter here, which each of these buttons can be pushed or not pushed. And 2 right, 1 down. 2 right, 1 down. 1. Okay, there we go. And the last one you don't need to know because you can just guess it. Yeah, so we have 8 locations available from the teleporter. Because 2 to the 3rd power, right? Each of these can be pushed or not pushed, and then you push the big button in the center to actually teleport. Okay. Yeah, so world record, I believe, for any percent is 35 minutes or something. So they're way faster than me. Wait, where am I going? What am I? Oh, I'm going here, of course. Yeah. My brain at this point. I have quite a few hours in this game, like 60 or something. 70, I think. Which is a lot for a point-and-click game, I'd say. Because I do a lot of speedrunning. Okay, now we go into these looping areas. Each of them have slightly different rules that govern... Oi. Which areas you go to. I cannot list them all right now. But yeah, each of them has a specific set of rules, and this is the worst one because it's completely random. So you just have to keep going until you stumble upon the room you need. And thankfully that was not too... Okay, there we go. There will be another one like that, which is much worse. Yeah, point-and-click games can be addictive, especially if you speedrun them. I mean, I don't think there's many point-and-click games that I would play multiple times, like, casually. I'd have to basically forget everything in order to have the satisfaction of playing it again. I think. Yeah, grab that green orb. That camouflages very well. And now we need you, and we need you. We need the skull. And we can go back. There's also the problem that I also speedrun 100%, so I need to differentiate what needs to be done in this speedrun and what doesn't. Yeah, and now you can see this is, I think, between 9 and 10 is where the time travel takes place, because now all of the locations are, like, completely destroyed. Eaten by time. Oi. So yeah, obviously because this is the last chapter, we're going back to all the places we've visited before, except now they're all ruined. And now we go to 111. Yes, and that's the final of the 6 locations. We grab this ladder rung, and now we move on to this place, I believe. Right. No, before that we need to go here. Yes, because we have activated this ladder, so we can grab this cog. And now we can go here. Because we can now send this ladder down. And I think I messed up, but whatever. Yeah, I first had to go to, yeah, this place. Oh well. These grapes will come in handy later, but for now we need to use our ladder rungs to climb down and collect this random donut. And now we finally go here, because we need to go through here and place the donut. Which activates a ladder through space and time. Magical glowing ladder. And now we backtrack. There's a lot of backtracking. And insert this data thing. Data diver. And we have retrieved one of those coils. Now, there's one more in this place, for sure, over here. And I forget where the last one is. Oh right, 111. Okay, yes, we insert the sigil here, yes, and now put in the coil. And now we can finally go back to our initial location where we came from. Put in these 3 coils, put in the lollipop, and activate another portal back into the lighthouse, which is now covered with red sand. It's called resin, I think. Officially. I'm not sure if it's official. That's what everyone calls it. Okay, now more backtracking. This chapter absolutely loves backtracking. Back into the castle. And now this random door has been opened. So we can grab the power relay, I think it's called. So we can put it here, and then backtrack over here. Pull the lever to pull that down, and now we're back in the basement. So we're in the basement, and here's the ruined basement. For some reason, there's different ones. And we're scavenging items from there. Here and here. There. Go to 111. There's another one of these stations, and then the last one is over here. Here. And then also we need to go into the worst place in the entire game, because it's completely random. This requires maximum concentration, which I do not have at this point in the run. Just need to pray that we get the correct room at some point. And we just got it, and I messed it up. This one. Okay, now we need the one with the valve again. Okay, and now we just need the room with the sliding. There we go. And now we just need to escape. Nope, that's the wrong room. That's the wrong room. That's an animation. That's again the same room. That's not what I meant to do. There we go. Okay, we're done. Now we have, we go back here, yes. We retrieve this lantern. We go all the way back here to the lab. Place down the chip that we extracted from the skull before. And we infuse our lantern with magical karma juice. And that will allow us to do some cool things. Recreating destroyed objects from floating shards. It's called a karma stabilizer. Yes, now we go here. We make our magical light bridge. We stabilize these shards. We teleport to a weird place, and we collect an item. Same thing here. And we're collecting 4 tile pieces again, just like in the first game. More backtracking, and now we go back to the first area of this chapter finally. Grab our fourth puzzle piece. And then there's this place, which we can recreate. Put in our tile pieces. Put in these two green coils. Activate the ladder, and we're at the lighthouse. And now we're retrieving the items we put in before. Oi. To put them to good use. So we put in the key card over here. Grab a random pole. And we backtrack all the way to the cliffs again. So the cliffs, that is to say this area. And here we put in our coil and retrieve that flower pot. Okay. My, how the time has flown. We're already at the end, huh? Yes. And finally, we're inserting our flower pot, pole, and we can use the magical orb to teleport outside of the submachine. And that's time. Normally you'd skip the cutscene. I'm not going to, because the cutscene is amazing. That's the run. Thank you all for watching. I believe my PB is 38 minutes, so that was quite good for a run full of fumbling. Yeah. That's some good music. Yeah. Thank you. That was nice. And that's the run.